This week, we taste the Wiseman Kentucky Straight Bourbon from Kentucky Owl, a blend of 4 straight bourbons.
We do. And we researched the full names of famous owls. Turns out Al Pacino's full name isn't Alan.
Disappointed.
Stick around.
And if you think like we've neglected your favourite owl, please let us know on our social media accounts at Whisky and Things Podcast on Instagram and at Whisky and Things on Facebook and Twitter.
And if you're satisfied with our owl content, why not rate, review and subscribe on your favourite podcast platforms.
You're listening to Whisky and Things with Nick Kent and Dave Giles.
Welcome to episode 116. I'm Dave Giles.
And I'm Nick Kent, and Dave is here at the bar. Welcome, Dave.
Coming to you live from Nick's Bar.
Yes, live. On Jubilee Day, one of them.
Yes.
What day is it today?
Thursday.
Wicked.
It's Thursday the 2nd of June as we're recording
We've
this.
just watched some of the Queen, haven't we, Dave?
We did just watch the Queen get
Get flown by.
She got fly-byed.
She got fly-byed right royally. That was a right royal fly-by.
That's a mouthful, right? Royal fly-bying. Anyway, it's good to be up here, Nick. It's good to see you.
Yes, welcome back to Manchester.
Shall we get started?
Firstly, how's Carol? We haven't mentioned her.
She's all right. She's good.
She got a lot of airplay last week.
Yeah. I think she enjoyed
Or
it.
2 weeks ago. Was it last week? It was last week.
It was last week,
No,
yeah.
it was 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Last week was the
Cragganmore,
which
Yeah,
was
pre-recorded. Yeah, it's the last time since we last recorded.
Yeah.
Last time we recorded together.
Yeah.
She got a lot of airtime.
Yes, you did. Hi, Carol.
Hi, Carol. Hi, Mum.
Hi, Auntie Carol. I don't know. But yeah, you're here. Welcome. Should we crack on then?
I think so, mate.
Cool.
Right, so this week's whiskey.
The Wiseman Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey from Kentucky Owl.
Yes.
Have you heard of Kentucky Owl before?
I haven't, but we got sent these boxes from NPR Communications. Thank you very much.
Thank you, NPR, once again. It's nice. They send us stuff, little surprises, don't
Every
they?
now and then we've had a couple of lovely things from them, which is very kind.
Cotswold stuff from them.
The Indian whiskey set. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, the Rampur Cocktail Week thing from the Cocktail Society.
Yeah,
that was amazing. More of that, please. That was ridiculous. That was one of my favourite drinks of forever, basically.
This is an interesting one because it's a massive book thing that's got a tiny sample of whiskey in.
Yeah, it's a nice package.
A little bit excessive.
It could have been half the size, I reckon.
And a little bit more. But I mean, fortunately, it did come with a note saying recycling information. All parts within this pack have been carefully designed to be recyclable. So please dispose of all parts accordingly after use.
Nice.
Yes, and some thoughts about upcycling, which is cool. This is a good idea. So why have I not done this, right? The glass bottle included. So how many sample bottles have I got, right? I'm sure most people listening probably have a sample bottle somewhere or an old 50 mil thing that someone's given them as part of a gift set or something. Can be used for future homemade syrup. I mean, it's a genius idea.
Yes, I've done that before.
Why have I never done that? You can just then leave it in the fridge and you've got cocktails ready to go.
Yep, you got your cocktail syrups ready to go and you can make different flavours and all kinds of stuff.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah, I've done it before with like 100 ml ones.
Because I've got loads of these empty bottles that I keep thinking, we'll need them. But I keep getting more bottles. Anyway, I'm not complaining. There have been some good samples.
They have. Thank you very much, everyone who sent them.
So this is, I believe, my understanding, Nick, is obviously I think Kentucky Owl have been around a while, but this is now available in the UK, which previously it hadn't been. That's my understanding.
Oh, okay. I know this is a new bottling from them.
Right.
Because this is a blend they've put together. Kentucky Owl has been around.
Right, maybe you could have got previous bottles of Kentucky Owl.
I think you can, yeah. But it's the Wiseman is a new blend of 4 whiskies, 4 straight bourbons.
It's now available in the UK.
Yes, it's a mixture of, it's a blend of a 4-year-old, 5.5-year-old and 8.5-year-olds.
Nice. From the same distillery?
Yes, from
the Kentucky Owl Distillery.
The Kentucky Owl Distillery, as far as I know. I don't think it's sourced. But no, I don't think so. I think it is. Hang on, what have we got here? I did some research. Let's read it. Why not? Wiseman is the first Kentucky Owl release from master blender John Ray. It's spelled R-H-E-A.
Ravon.
Yes, and it's a blend of 4 straight bourbons. So I just said, the actual distillery was founded in 1879 by Charles Mortimer Deadman.
Currently not alive.
D-E-D.
Oh, I see. Deadman.
Deadman. They operated until Prohibition became law in 1916. The liquor that was seized at that point, unfortunately, they think it burnt. The warehouse it was kept in during Prohibition went up in flames, apparently. Yeah, they thought they'd lost all the bourbon. But many suspect that the bourbon was stolen prior to the fire by organised crime to stock their booming speakeasy operations. Evidence of this is the fact that the building only burnt for a matter of hours, even though it was absolutely stocked with alcohol. Yes. In 1917, the great-great-grandson of Charles Deadman revived the Kentucky Owl name and released a straight bourbon after 6 years of rigorous research and experimentation. 1917? I think that means 2017. Let me look at the website. I think I've got that wrong.
Well, while you're doing that, within the box it says the origin of bourbon whiskey is the stuff of legend, shrouded in an era of pioneers, new frontiers, and driven by true grit and determination. Kentucky has emerged as the unmistakable region of excellence for straight bourbon. The combination of natural limestone filtered water, rich cereal yielding farmland, and generations of distilling excellence are the dream trifecta from which to harvest the cream of the crop for our finest creations. Kentucky Owl products are for those who appreciate high quality artisanship and authentic heritage. With over 40 years in the bourbon business, our master blender John Rear's passion for Kentucky's finest is unmatched. His drive created a legacy of exceptional bourbons for the Kentucky Owl, now and in the future. His mission? Build a liquid library of the finest Kentucky bourbon and rye whiskies from all around the state.
It's my favourite type of library. I think all libraries, now they're shut because of the internet, should turn into liquid libraries.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
So enjoy the drink that matches your desire for excellence, has that unmistakable flavour, and is met with the highest praise in Kentucky, the home of bourbon.
Yes. It was 2017.
Right.
You redid it, so it was 100 years out. Sorry. But there we go.
It looks like they've got some hashtags as well. Kentucky,
we'll have a hashtag.
Owl, the Wiseman, and the Owl has landed. Yeah.
This is
good job, social media team.
I've got to say as well, because we did the Cragganmore last week, this is 2 weeks in a row we've done a owl-based whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey and owls.
So, if you like that kind of thing. What's the word for like owls? It's not falconry, is it?
Yeah, it's falconry.
Is it still falconry?
Yeah, that will work. We need to get someone on.
Just for owls.
We should get someone on next week called Owl.
Al Bundy.
Or Al. That's exactly what I thought. Al Bundy. I was going to say that. I was like, is that too obscure a reference? Al Pacino. Might get Pacino likes like a whiskey.
A mate called Al Salmon.
Al Salmon. That's a good point.
He's a good friend of ours.
Yes. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal.
So is Al Pacino's name Alan? Is it Alan Pacino?
Is his name Alan?
Could you imagine? That just doesn't sound right, does it? Here is Alan Pacino.
Al Pacino.
It's got, or Alistair.
Alfredo.
Of course it is.
Alfredo.
It's not be Alan Pacino, is it?
Pacino. Oh dear. Al Capone was Alphonse.
Okay. Famous owls, everyone.
Famous owls.
Let's get some more up.
I don't know how. All right, famous owls. All right. Famous owls. Nope, that come up as famous ALS. No, famous owl. Al Gore.
Oh,
of the Al Gore rhythm fame.
The Al Gore Rhythm and Blues
Band.
Yeah.
His real name is Albert.
Okay.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
Alfred.
He's an Alfred, is he?
He's an Alfred, yeah. So none of these people. Al Giroux. Real name. Al Di Meola, which is probably my favourite of all our names.
Al what?
Al Di Meola.
Al Di Meola.
Yeah, he's a jazz fusion and I think he's a guitar player.
What a name.
Al Di Meola. Al Green. Albert. Yeah, there you go. Plenty of Al Murray. Al Murray, he's a pub landlord as well.
He's got to be. Isn't that his? Is that his actual name, or is that stage name?
I think that's his name, isn't it? Right, let me find. Right, okay. Jeez, this show has been brought to you by Google
and Alan Pacino, Alistair
James
Murray.
Hay Murray. There you go.
James A. Murray. So his name's
James Hay.
Hay.
Yeah, his middle name is James Hay.
Oh, okay.
Alistair James Hay Murray. There you go.
Well, there you go, everyone. You know, you get bourbon and you get
Owls. Famous owls. Right, shall we have a
That all came out of the bird.
You never know what you're going to get when we press record, Nick. That's something I've learned doing this
in the same room
for nearly 2 years.
Yeah, nearly.
Over 2 years.
Over 2 years, mate.
You never know what you're going to get. Whiskey? It smells really good, this. It's got a spiciness to it. You getting that?
I am. I couldn't find out the merch bill. I couldn't find out what is happening today. This is the first of 3 shows we're recording today.
We'll be fine.
I haven't even had a sip.
Yeah, I
haven't even had a sip.
That's why.
That is why. What I was meant to be saying was I couldn't find the mash bill. It's undisclosed.
It smells really good.
But being a bourbon, it's going to be virgin oak.
Yeah, it smells. It's got that lovely woody smell, a bit of furniture polish in there.
There's some furniture polish. Leather, old, smells like an old man's study.
Yeah.
45.4% ABV.
It smells like a good bourbon.
It does.
Doesn't it? It smells like a solid bourbon, which we should like. I like that. That's actually very pleasant. Wasn't expecting that as we've gone down. As it went into my mouth, I was not expecting those flavours. It's going to cleanse the palate and start again because that was very unexpected in a good way.
It's the finish is very long, and the kind of ethanol-y burn comes late on for me. You know, the tingle on the tongue and all that kind of thing. But the flavours were good.
Oh, that's a really nice experience. That's a really nice experience.
It was better on the first taste. Slightly flat at the front for me on the second.
It's such a long finish, and you're right. The burn keeps it takes off.
Yeah, it's got a perfumey to it as well. Almost like almost like a Parma Violet.
Yes,
esque to it.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Refreshers as well. I am enjoying this. There's what's interesting is it's not as citrusy as other bourbons, perhaps.
Yes,
that we've had.
They're pushing the cocktails with this. They sent it in this lovely box with 4 different cocktail recipes.
None of the ingredients, which would have fit in the box.
Yeah, it would have fit in the box. Well, to be fair, I mean, some of these cocktails, they didn't try very hard. Bourbon and branch, right? Glassware, rocks, right? Measure into a rocks glass, 25 ml of Kentucky Owl, TM, the Wiseman, TM, bourbon.
TM.
Add 5 to 6 cubes of fresh ice into the glass.
Loads of ice.
Add spring water to taste.
Wow.
Whoever came up with that, I mean, come on.
Yeah, does that need a recipe card?
No, I think you could just add at the top, add water to taste.
Yeah.
Just like.
Does it need a name?
It didn't even have any garnish with lemon or something, or garnish with a refresher.
I think this would be a good mint julep.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Have I shown you my glass for that?
When did you get it?
I got it for Christmas. I haven't used it yet because it's just been me here. And it felt weird making a mint julep for myself.
Yeah, especially when you're supposed to have them for breakfast.
Yeah. That's what I've been going wrong. I need to start doing that.
We'll do it tomorrow.
I've got this wicked stainless steel mint julep cup.
It is definitely a cup, isn't it?
No, I'd call this
tankard.
A gauntlet? No,
Gauntlet?
No, that's not the word I'm looking for. Oh, what do they call it in Indiana Jones?
Goblet.
There we go. What a great word to say. Goblet.
A mint julep goblet. Yeah, I think this would be really nice in cocktails, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. But I'm wondering whether they're pushing that because, I don't know. Because obviously they've got their straight bourbons and stuff, which might be older, and this is a blend of their 4, 5.5 and 8.5. So maybe there's more of the 4 than the 8.5.
I think it's just a trend we're seeing within the industry, though, of presenting a whiskey with other ways of drinking it. to try and make it more accessible to people.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think that just because they've given us a cocktail card,
that it's going to be.
they think it's only good with cocktails.
Yeah.
So, clearly it isn't. It's a good whiskey, isn't it? Well, I'm enjoying it. How much are we talking here?
70 CL is $54.95 on the Whiskey Exchange. That's quite a bit of money, I would say.
I would say that's fairly steep for a bourbon, but it is good. So, but is it that good? I'm not sure I would spend that on this.
I would go for another bourbon over this.
I think I would as well.
I mean,
I'm enjoying it, but I think I would go with something else.
Yes.
For that price. Bear in mind, the maker's mark is 46 is less than this, and that's a great whiskey.
It is a great whiskey.
Interestingly, ladies and gentlemen, our scoring chart is getting updated with some whiskies that we have previously drunk.
I was going to mention that in any other business.
Okay, I'll wait. I'll ignore me then.
So, well, you know,
We'll come back to it.
okay. But yes, stick around.
Stick around.
It's exciting
News coming up, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what they do on shows. They tease you a bit. They go, stick around to the end of the show to find out the results. Interesting.
Results.
Interesting.
It's a results-based business, this, mate. So that's why we've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Shall we do some scoring?
I just wanted to look up how much the normal Kentucky Owl is.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
Oh, wow. Okay. I can see why they've released this.
Go on.
Right. So this is the Kentucky Owl Wiseman, which is a blend. It's $54.95. Kentucky Owl Straight Bourbon, batch 10, 70 CL, 60.1% ABV.
All right, let me have a guess. I reckon £120.
Up.
Really?
Yeah. So I can see why they've brought this out.
So this is actually a very... okay, right.
Do you want to know?
Yes. Go what, 150?
£225.
Wow. Okay.
On the Whiskey Exchange.
So now this makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it does.
It's them trying to make their whiskey more accessible. With that in mind, does this make me want to try one of the two or buy one of the 200 quid ones? This is good.
I'll try it in the bar. I'd love to try that in the bar.
I would try it at a bar, yeah. Or if we got sent a sample.
I've got to send a sample. NPR.
That is a lot of money for a bourbon. I don't think I've ever tried a bourbon that's worth that. What did I in Tennessee? I may have done.
It would have been cheaper out there. I mean, this is obviously import as well, everyone. It's a lot more money. Have you seen how much Scotch is in America? Just like a Highland Park.
No.
So much money.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's ridiculous money. So, you got to look at, there's so much tax goes on top of these and imports and tariffs and stuff. So 225 isn't probably a good representation of maybe what's in it.
What's in it?
Again, that's a lot more money than, say, other bourbons we try. Let's just say that. But you compare that to the 54 quid.
And suddenly this seems like very good value, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it is nice. So I'll be intrigued to try the...
And do you know what? With the way the packaging is, it screams of a high quality brand, doesn't it? It's like no expense spared kind of thing.
Yeah, we don't have the bottle, everyone, this week. We just have the samples. I've looked at the bottle on the video online, and it looks quite nice. Yeah, it's got a proper cork, and it looks quite nice.
Right. We won't hold it against them.
No. But there we go. So yeah, okay, should we do some scoring?
Yeah, let's do some scoring.
Why they ever let two Englishmen have a whiskey podcast, I'll never know.
All right.
And we're back in the room. And you're back in the room. And you're back.
And we're back.
And we're back in the room.
And we're back.
And over to Nick and Dave in the studio. Oh, thanks, Nick.
In the Jubilee studio.
On this Jubilee day. Right, we're done. I've given it a 51.43%. David has given it a straight 60%.
Straight 60.
Giving us a score of 55.71%.
Lovely. Sitting right back in the middle, really, isn't
I marked it down because thinking about it, I'm not a fan of that logo.
You don't like the logo?
No, I don't like the logo.
I quite like it.
I like to see a big version of it because there's some wicked sketches and stuff around it.
Yeah, I love all that.
I like that. I just don't like the logo very much.
It's got the 3 pyramids on that we saw in their video earlier.
I like the Kentucky Owl bottle. That logo is really cool. I don't know. I just don't like the blue and red. I don't know. I just don't like it. Something about it.
Fine. It reminds me of some of the Douglas Lane packaging.
Yeah, but their logo's better. There's too many colours on this. They go with like the core like 3 colour rule.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, that's me. So yes, sorry. But there we go. Yeah. So, where does that put it on the league? Have you put it in the league, Dave?
I haven't, no. But I'm sure you could.
I can try and work it out. Right,
work it
51.
out.
I don't do this every week. Okay.
I mean, yeah.
55. It is equal with the Cragganmore 12.
So 2 in a row. 2 weeks in a row with the
which
same
is
score.
below the Epicurean, funny enough, we just mentioned that. Yes, and above the Scarpa. Would you Scarpa with this? Did they Scarpa with all the whiskey in that warehouse, everyone? Yeah. Well, there we go. That puts it down in like 14th at the moment.
Well, yeah, only because we added a few extras though, Nick.
Oh, yeah, we have, which we'll talk about.
Yeah, well, should we do that now? And have you got any other business, Nick?
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Just finish this segment off, Dave. Jeez.
I'm just excited.
Jeez. Have I said everything I wanted to about this?
It's got the 3 pyramids. We haven't really talked about the 3 pyramids.
Oh, yeah. There's some great videos on their website about the distillery. Looks quite cool.
It does look cool.
We think it's real, but it was definitely an artist render. And it's definitely a computer-generated video. Don't want to move that.
No, it's just fun. I keep hitting Nick's light.
He's illuminating. It's flashing. But yeah, there's some cool videos which I'll put in the description. Dave's annoying me, everyone. This is why I don't invite him over. This is why I love it when we just do it over Zoom.
Oh dear.
Just do it over Zoom.
It's so easy.
Wow. Yeah, we were talking about the distillery.
Yes.
It looks quite cool in render form. I think it's real.
Yeah.
But whatever, it looks cool.
It looks different, doesn't it?
And they've made the whiskies. It's kind of 3 pyramids, and it's got its own railway station, apparently.
Nice.
I hope it's real.
I hope it's real.
Go and have a look.
I would like to visit the place we saw on the video.
It looked like a utopia of whiskey,
It
didn't it?
really did.
Yes.
It really did. Love that.
Yes.
Oh, right. Nick, have you got any other business?
I'm going to put a sting in here.
The whiskey.
Right, Dave, you got any
Have
other
you got
business?
any other business?
Well, let's talk about last night, because you came here, so we thought we'd had a couple of bottles on the bar. We thought we'd see off, as it were.
Bottle
because
kill.
There was a couple of glasses left, maybe 3 or 4, so we thought we'd, kill off the bottles. Those bottles were the Whistle Pig Rye Farm Stock number 2 and the Maker's Mark 46.
Yeah.
So we thought...
Both of which we have done on the show before.
Done on the show before.
But before we started our scoring system.
There we go. So we thought we'd see him off last night and...
Score them.
Score them. There's no videos or anything. We just did it as...
Just did it for fun.
What's that word? Friends. Yes, did it as friends.
Yeah, Nick made us we're having a lovely night, and Nick, I said, should we do this? Should we have some whiskey? And he goes, should we get our laptops out and do some score? Oh my God. We can't just have fun, can we? We can't just have fun. It was still fun. But yeah, we scored them.
We can't not see each other, Dave, and not, do some work. That's how it works.
Yeah.
How long have I known you?
I don't know.
2003?
Yeah, a long time. Nearly 20 years.
Nearly 20 years.
Yeah, nearly 20 years, mate.
Good Lord.
Jeez.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, we did these. Where are we? They did quite well as well.
Yeah.
And it wasn't because we were hammered. We just really liked them.
They're really good whiskies, aren't they? There's a reason you bought bottles of them, put it that way.
And there's a reason why I will buy... It's my second bottle of Maker's Mark 46.
And you will buy a third.
I will buy a third.
Probably a fourth.
Probably.
Most likely a 10th at some point.
Yeah, if I live that long. Yeah, so we tried that. Let's start with the Whistle Pig. I scored it a whopping 91.43%.
The highest individual score that anyone has given a whiskey since we started this.
You gave it 62.86.
I did.
And it gave it an average of 77.14, which puts it equal 4th with the Four Roses single barrel bourbon.
Which we both were a lot closer on.
We both, exactly the same, 77.14.
There you go.
So that did really well. So there we go. That's the Farm Stock Rye number 2. So that's now on the board, everyone, if you want to go have a look.
It's on the board.
As we said, we did the Maker's Mark 46. I also gave it a whopping equal 91.43.
Nick was in a good mood last night.
I was in a great mood. I was loving
it. Yeah. Not only did we hit 90 for the first time from an individual, he did it twice.
Dave gave it 80. Even 80, which gave it a combined score of 85.71, which put it at number 1. Above the East London Liquor Company London Wheat,
which I also think which I think is similar to the Whistle Pig, didn't I? I think I said that. Did I not say that?
You did say that. Yeah, I did an AB last night.
There are some similarities.
He made me twisted my arm and said, "Do this as an AB. Pour some of that. Pour some of that East London Liquor Company."
Pour a tiny bit, and he poured himself a big old glass.
25ml, mate.
No, it was more than that.
Well, it's my bar.
Your bar, your measures, mate. Nick measure.
My bar, my rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone. Nick's rules.
Yeah.
So there we go. So that put it at the top. So Maker's Mark 46s now are number one at the moment. But
which is why I think it's right to compare when we're talking about this week's whiskey. It's right to bring up 46, especially in terms of value for money, because Maker's Mark 46 is 40 quid.
40 quid.
And it's a ridiculously good whiskey. So if you're gonna make a bourbon, we're gonna judge it against that in terms of price, aren't we?
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is that I'm not gonna get the Wiseman because I'd rather just spend a lot less on the Maker's 46.
Absolutely. And it's not that this is a bad whiskey.
It's not bad whiskey.
But Maker's 46 is better in our opinion.
For the money.
And for the money, even the fact it's cheaper makes it even better.
Yeah.
So
it's a tough world out there, I'm afraid. And I would go for that. So there we go.
Yeah. I mean, if money was no object, Nick, I'd have a bar with both on.
Wouldn't we all? So that's that. Shall we talk about the fact that people come on our show, go out of business?
Oh, if you want.
Do you want to talk about it?
I mean, within the space of a week, 2 of our previous guests have closed their businesses.
Yes, we released an episode a couple of weeks ago where we tasted the Ushki release.
Yeah.
And Jake Sharp got in touch and basically told us that they were stopping the business.
They've closed the business.
But we think they'd forgotten to do it because I think we reminded them that their business existed or something because they only started shutting things once our episode came out.
Brilliant.
So
we effectively shut down a business.
That's the thing, because if you're a regular listener to this show, you'll know that our USP is telling people about whiskies you can't buy.
Get. Yeah.
And we thought we'd nailed it that week because you could buy it, not knowing that the company was about to cease to exist. And now you probably can't buy it. But you could probably get one somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll exist somewhere, won't it?
He'll probably send you some. That's what he did to us.
Yeah.
Just send him a...
Send him a message. Apparently he gave some to his butcher last week.
Yeah, his butcher loved it. Said it was the best whiskey he ever had.
Yeah. Thanks, Jake. So, I mean...
There we go.
Whiskey Baron is still going. It's just the Ushki side.
Yes. So go check out the Whiskey Baron stuff.
And also, our good friend at Dream Whiskies has decided that the Dream Whiskies business is no longer viable.
Paul Martin. We had him on the show in episode 47 back in February 2021.
Lovely man.
Lovely man. Cocktail guru.
Award-winning cocktail maker.
Yeah. Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed that show.
Me too.
So go back and listen to that. It was
and
fun.
I enjoyed the content that he was putting out, all these live streams and stuff like that. So, yeah.
But yeah, that's now stopped as well.
He said that the Facebook page will remain active and he might do live streams every now and then. So if you were someone who ever joined in any of those, it's not going to disappear altogether. There just won't be the draws for the nice whiskies.
Yeah. So if you have a business that you're pretty tired of and you want to get rid of, just come on the podcast.
Come on the podcast and then close it the next week. That's what we suggest.
Yes.
We'll happily become the graveyard for businesses.
Just come on here and give your farewell speech.
That's a great idea.
Yeah?
Whiskey and farewell speeches.
If you're going out of business, just come on here and tell everyone about it.
I think that's a great idea.
We're basically the whiskey equivalent of obituary. You know, that obituary page in a newspaper. That's what we are.
Love it.
So, a little salute to Ushki and Dream Whiskies. We salute you.
Stroncha.
Right, let's get out of here. We've got 2 more to do.
Right.
So there we go. Thank you to our patrons, everyone.
And thank you to NPR for sending us another package. We appreciate it.
We do appreciate it. Thank you very much. And yes, thank you, Wiseman. A wise man once said, cheers.
Thanks for coming. Don't know which wise man that was, but
it wasn't me. Whisky and Things has been brought to you by And Things